faithspaceacademy.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an Etsy listing product banner and video that is quick and easy to create, and hopefully will get you more sales on Etsy too. Okay, so before I dive into the actual creation, let me just do like a quick research, okay, bring you over to Etsy. Now, keyword research aside, sometimes I've got clients coming to me to ask me, they wonder why their Etsy sales are not moving, the products are not selling, even though they've already done the research in terms of keyword and, naming their products, as well as really putting in effort to put in the correct keywords inside the product description. So why? Now, well, the product banner could also be affecting how often people are clicking onto your Etsy product listing. Okay, so this is Etsy, and what I did was I just searched cute calendar 2025, and these are the results that you're seeing on my screen. Okay, so sometimes if you feel that your product isn't getting as many clicks as you like, my suggestion is just do a quick search, okay? Search for that long tail keyword that you're trying to target and see what comes up, and do a quick scroll through the results and see what actually pops up. Because sometimes the people do judge the book by this cover, okay, fortunately or unfortunately. So there are so many results that come up after searching. The question is, even if we don't talk about the keywords, even if we don't talk about pricing, if we're just focusing on the product banners, what stand out to you? Okay, it can be subjective, but I like to think most of us are attracted by the same thing, or at least pretty similar. So just a quick scroll through. Something that catches your attention could be the product banners with very bright colors, big bold words that are easy to read, because as you see, we have this row of 4 thumbnails, right? 4 thumbnails in a row. And of course, the headers can stand out and can be read, even in this thumbnail size. But then you realize that the small fonts on the product banners might not be readable. Even worse, if you are looking at a smaller screen or your mobile phone, it really depends, right? So one thing for sure, if you have big bold words that is easy to read, it will help with making your product banner stand out and convey very clear messages, right? Like 2025 calendar printable, editable version included. Just 2 simple sentences, but it's so clear because, well, the font use is simple and it's bold and it's just easy to read. So in that sense, sometimes if the words are too small, or if you're using script font, even though it might look good, but it might not serve the purpose of allowing your potential customer to read it properly, okay? And the other thing is, I was basically just doing the search, the same thing on my computer, and the videos that are listed would play automatically. And for that situation, the videos definitely stood out, because as soon as something is moving, my eyes would focus on that item, right? So definitely use videos in your listing. I'm not sure why these videos are not automatically playing this time around, but if I mouse over them, the videos start to play. Okay, so I do think that the videos are very, very helpful in attracting the attention of your customers. Okay, so like I said, this particular Canva tutorial is really just focusing on the designing of your product banner, okay? So simple, clear headers, big bold words, non-script fonts will really help your customers see your product and read what it is about more easily. Sometimes bright colors and overviews of everything that they can see is also very helpful. Instead of perhaps just one cover page, you're actually showcasing multiple pages of your digital product in just one single product banner. Okay, so once again, this is really just like a quick glance, right? What stands out? Okay, there can be so many ways that you can learn from other great designs by just observing and seeing what stands out. Okay, and then modifying and learning how you can improve your designs as well. So I'm just gonna pop over here, which is my Sunflowers calendar 2024 and 2025, which you can actually get for free. The full this 41-page editable Canva templates with commercial use rights. You will see the QR code to sign up at the end of this video, or you can go on to the video description below and see how you can actually just sign up for this for free. Okay, so now when I were to create a product banner for this particular product, what I would do is to download the images as download the pages as individual images. Now for this particular template, or this particular printable planner, there are 41 pages. I wouldn't download all 41 pages though, because sometimes I'll only just put a couple of pages on the product banner. Now before I move on, let me just show you my shop right here. So this is my PLR printable shop. PLR basically means private label rights. Means I sell the Canva templates with commercial use rights. They are nicely done up, but it allows you to receive the editable Canva templates. You can download it as is, sell it, use it as a lead magnet, or you can edit it so that you can create products to sell in a much shorter time. Okay, so at a quick glance, you would see that I use different colors for my different products. Okay, because a very common question that I get is, should we use brand colors in all of our product banners? I don't think there's a specific yes or no, but my personal experience or my personal preference is no. I don't use my brand colors for all my product banners. Why? Because when I'm trying to showcase the different printable planners or the templates that I create, I actually want to use colors to complement, or basically the objective is to use colors to make sure that my product stands out. Okay, let's look at this cute party animals activity pack, right? This particular product banner, if I were to just zoom in a little bit more. Now, the background is really simple. It's just gray. And then the orange words, and then I use orange because they're actually orange within the planner itself, within this particular activity pack. And because there are actually lots of designs and lots of colors within the pages that are displayed, I keep the background plain and simple so that the pages stand out. Okay, now another example is like this one, the alphabet learning worksheets. Now because the worksheets are plain, right? It's just black and white, and therefore I chose a colorful background once again so that the pages stand out. So this is why I don't use my brand colors for my product banners, but what you would also notice is that I use the same brand fonts. Okay, I use the same brand fonts and the layout is very, very similar. It will be a header at the top, my business logo, and a small tab that says editable Canva templates, and another banner that says commercial use rights. So this is my standard layout for my product banner. So you can also decide on a standard layout for your product banner so that when somebody goes onto your shop, whether it's Etsy or anywhere else, and when they take a glance at everything that you have, there is a brand image going on. Okay, so not necessarily to have brand colors all the time. Yes, you can if that's your personal preference, but even if you don't, you can actually just stick with brand fonts and a particular layout to convey that brand image to your customers. Okay, so now once again, as I was saying, like these planners, these product banners, right? Most of the time I only display like 8 pages on the product banner itself. So even for this particular sunflowers calendar, there are more than 40 pages. It does not mean I will download every one of it as image, okay? Now I just want to focus on the 2025 calendar. So I'm going to click on share and click on download, and I'm selecting PNG, and I'm basically only selecting the pages, each of the monthly pages in the calendar 2025. Okay, and then after that, I will select them and click done, and then click on download. Okay, so I'm going to create a product banner as well as the Etsy listing video in this video to show you with these images. Okay, because I want to put the images of these planner pages inside my product banner and product listing video. Okay, so after downloading it, the next thing to do is to upload it. Okay, so let me just go and create a new design just to walk you through the entire workflow. Now, based on what Etsy recommends, they actually say that the recommended size for listing images is 2000 pixels for the shortest side, and 4:3 ratio would be great. So what we're going to do is the height would be 2025 and the width is 2700 in pixels, and create a new design. So this is in 4:3 ratio with the minimum width more than what Etsy recommends, that it should be at least 2000 pixels. Okay, so this is the dimensions. And then after that, I'm going to go to, on the left hand side menu, I'm going to go to uploads, which I'll then upload the images of the planner pages, which I downloaded from the other project, okay, because we're going to use these. So here, let me just click on the first one. the cover page as well as the first month, January. And what I'd like to do is just go to Edit and create a shadow. Okay, I like to use the drop shadows, and then now right away it stands out from the rest of the page. Okay, go to Edit, click on the image, go to Edit, go to Shadows, and click on Drop. Okay, and let's just kind of just rotate it a little bit like this. Now, once again, I like to use colors in the background to complement the pages. Okay, so in this particular case, let us go to this, click on the backdrop and click on the color palette. Let's select this one because they're actually picking colors from the photos, so that will actually help to create this theme, right? That it looks complementary. So I like how this works because look at that. The minute the background changed to this light grayish green shade, the individual pages stand out as compared to when it's fully white, right? So using a color of the background that helps your pages stand out, okay? And then we want to keep in mind as what we have actually seen in our Etsy search results, right? Big, bold letters actually help the reader or your potential customer see your product more clearly. So in this case, I'm just going to use the heading, and I would like to stick to my brand font, which is Poppins here, and just type in calendar 2025. So it's super simple. Okay, keep it simple, just enlarge it like this and make it centralized. Now I also want to include a little bit of information. So here I'm clicking on this duplicate icon to duplicate it and just say includes printable and digital hyperlinked planners. Okay, changing the font size to 60, make it smaller, extending it. I just want it to be in one row. Okay, and just stretching it as big as possible so that to maximize the space also, and to make sure that it's as clearly readable as possible. Okay, so there we go. Now I just want to add in a bit more colors to highlight this line to my potential customers. So I'm going to Elements and clicking on the square. And what I'm going to do is I want this sentence to be on top of a shape like this. And here I don't want this green, so I'm clicking on the color palette and then picking a different color, maybe a yellow. Now the yellow looks too bold and I don't want to take the attention away from the sunflower designs of my planner. So let's go to this color palette and just readjust it a little bit so that it's different from the grayish green background, and yet it draws attention to that sentence, and yet it doesn't like scream, look at me, you know. I still want people to focus more on the pages instead. Let me just try to find a shade that I'm happy with. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, so that's it. It's super simple. Oh, and I like to include my brand logo as well. So if you have Canva Pro, it's really cool. You can just upload your logos. You can have your brand palette, your color palettes, your fonts, your branding images at your fingertips. And we're just going to include the logo right here. Okay, so nothing fancy really. Okay, something neat, easy to read, and a good way to check is to go to the bottom right hand corner of your Canva project and click on the grid view, and this is where you can see how it looks like when the image is really small. Okay, now let's click back in. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm now gonna duplicate this page, and going back to my upload section where I've uploaded the other pages of the calendar, and I'm just gonna click and drag. Now February, click and dragging it in. So what I did is on the left hand side with the uploaded images, I'm clicking to drag so that it just replaces it right away. I don't even have to worry about rearranging the pages anymore. I just want it to be like that. Fast, super simple, and easiest as possible, as easy as possible, okay? And duplicating this, now adding April and May, and duplicating the page, and June, July, duplicate the page, August, click and drag from the upload section to, for some reason I don't have September, so pardon me, I'm just going to make some duplicates right here, okay, October, and November and December. Okay, for some reason I missed out September in the uploads, but let's make do with this. Now, so as you can see, you can also make changes. So once again, this video is on creating a product listing image, right? So if you just want a static image, all you have to do, if you're happy with this page one, just go to share on the top right hand corner, click on download, click on PNG, and just select current page, page one, and just click done to download. So you have this static image. Okay, so that's the Etsy product listing image. Okay, now, but what if we want a video? We want something that moves, so it's more engaging for our potential customers. So one thing you see that I basically kept the layout the same. All I did was to change the pages. Of course, you can also include other things, right? If you want to have more information, all you have to do is type a different sentence on this page, or even move your images into different, instead of having 2 pages, you can have 3 or 4 pages on one slide. That's also possible, entirely up to you, but I just want to keep things as simple as possible, so I'm keeping this layout. Okay, now to add in some animations, click on the page one, you can click on animate, and then this thing will pop out on the right hand side. You can just mouse over each of these effects to see how it looks. I kind of like the pop, so I'm gonna go with pop, but I don't want every page to be popping. It could be very distracting. So the first page would pop, and I could let it run for, let's say, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Okay, and then moving on to page 2. Now, once again, because I don't want everything to just keep popping up, it could be very, very distracting, right? So I'm gonna play with the animations. I only want the pages to move. Okay, so that when the video is recording, the header and the subheader, this sentence, they're gonna stay static and only the pages keep moving. So here I'm gonna shift this down, and then I'm gonna click on animate and use this little B to create an animation and drag it up. So this is the path that is going to move. So the pages are actually moving now, okay? Wait, did I manage to? Okay, click done when you're done. And so this one, clicking on the page, I want it to be 2 seconds. Okay, making sure that there are actually I don't want any animations on the page really. Okay, I'm just gonna remove all animations, and let's try that again. Clicking on this page, the 2 images here. This one, animate, create an animation, and I want them to move upwards. Okay, so that's for this page. Okay, next page, clicking on the entire page. Animation, I don't want any animations, and click to slide. Okay, what I did is I can click to drag over the elements I want to select, or you can click on one, hold down the shift key, and click on another element to select multiple elements together. Now, in this case, I want these 2 to come down from the bottom. So I'm gonna place there at a starting point, and click on animate, click on the little B thing again, and drag it down. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen. Click on done, and let's just make sure that this is 2 seconds also. Let's test it out first, okay? Let's play. So this pops, and then this goes up. For 2 seconds, the next one, this comes down. Okay, do you see what's happening right now? So let's move on. Now let's do some changes again. Remember, the header and the subheader stay static. Now here, I'm gonna make them slide in from the right hand side. Okay, animate, click on the B, slide in, click done. 2 seconds. The maximum video is 15 seconds for the Etsy product listing video. So we're gonna make sure that the entire video is not gonna be more than 15 seconds. Okay, now here, click to drag and select these 2 planners. I'm gonna place them on the left because that's where the starting point is. And then click on animate, click on the B to create an animation, drag to the right, and that's how they will appear. Click on done. And just to make sure that the animation is 2 seconds, and some more, we're almost there. This is the last page. Animate, click on the B, they're flying upwards, and click on done. Okay, so you see that my video is 15 seconds. Let's play. So the header and the sentence, the subheader, stay static. only the pages smooth because I use that little custom animation to animate just the pages. Okay, that's it. It's super simple, super fast, and you would be able to do it in even shorter time, once you know how to do it, right? It's just that because I'm talking as I show you. So we are ready. So all we have to do is click share and click on download, and remember to download it as MP4, and that's it. Okay, super fast, super simple. So now, once again, just to sum up, I do think that, okay, so if keyword research aside, everything else aside, the product banners really play a huge important role to capture the attention of your potential customers. So I think some important things to note is that you want to have very clear headers, script font, and if the font size is way too small, it's really not easy to see them, especially when you look at your product banners in a search result on a thumbnail size. So use big, bold, clear fonts. Don't over clutter your product banner, and you don't always have to use brand colors if you don't want to. And what is good is also to have colors and designs that complement to make sure that your main product that you're trying to promote stands out. And it's as easy as just downloading the individual pages. What I did was just add the shadows and then put a simple header, put a sentence, and then have my business brand logo. And this is a static image. I just download it as PNG. And if I want to create a video, I just duplicate the pages, add in the other pages that I want to showcase, and then download it as MP4. And this is our final product. Okay, so I hope that you find this video to be super helpful and fun. Go ahead, try out different things in Canva. If you have any questions on Canva design, please feel free to leave them in the video comments below. I do read them and I do reply to them as much as I can. And please, if you really like this, could you please like this video, follow, and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned to more videos like this. I'll see you around.